Hello everyone, how are we? Good, great, excellent. Thanks Bert, I am lost. Okay, so in case of an emergency, oxygen masks will fall down from the ceiling. Put yours on first before helping anyone else out. I heard that on a plane recently. My emergency happened when I was 24. I finished school, not knowing what to do. I asked my career advisor what I should do, and he said, you should get a degree at university. So I did. 3.5 years, $19,000 it took me to get that degree, and I have no idea what it means still. And I was kind of disillusioned, so I was looking for answers, and I went backpacking over various countries and continents, and I found myself in Canada at the age of 24. I received a phone call one night from a friend back in Sydney, where I'm from, and he broke the news to me that Chris, a good friend of ours, had passed away overnight, suddenly, tragically, and accidentally. And it stopped me in my tracks, and I wasn't able to get back to his funeral logistically, so I just ended up asking a lot of questions of myself. And the one question I asked was, well, if Chris knew he was going to pass away at 24, would he have changed anything in his life, given another chance? And I thought about it, and I obviously didn't get a chance to ask him, but I don't think he would have. He lived a life that was very consistent with his values. I then asked myself that same question at 24. If I was going to die today, would I ultimately be happy? Would I want to change anything? And I looked at my life retrospectively, and I realised that I wasn't happy at all. And it was very confronting for me to actually realise that. I wasn't leading a life that was consistent with my values. I didn't even know what my values were, and ultimately I wasn't happy. So I got a pen and a piece of paper, and I just began jotting down all the things that I thought would make me smile. That was the rationale. One thing turned into 10, into 20, into 100. And I made a decision, looking at this bit of paper, that I should just dedicate my life to trying to be happy. That made perfect sense, and it still does to this day. So, you're going to judge me, but I flew to Las Vegas because I've always wanted to marry a stranger. It's legal, so how can that be wrong? Long story short, I met a stripper mud wrestling. Her name was Crystal, and I proposed to her, and she said yes. So I went and booked quite a romantic wedding chapel, a drive-through, the Say I Do wedding drive-through. None of these people I know, actually. There was 30 people from my hostel. They just turned up. But the one person who didn't turn up was Crystal. Thanks for laughing. That's nice. Feeling embarrassed, but not wanting to miss an opportunity, I looked down at the crowd and I said, is there anyone else here who'd like to marry me? And there was. It was Shivali. She was the receptionist of my hostel. So she jumped on top of the stretched Hummer and we got married. We had a very awkward moment when Elvis asked us to kiss because it was the first and the last time that we ever touched. Which answers that question, I know you're wondering, which is no. So, okay, take away the materialism of this. It was actually a significant moment in my life because it was the first tick that I'd ever achieved. The first time I'd achieved something that was important to me, unlike my degree where someone said, do it, this was important to me. And I felt like I really owned the experience because I went through the process of getting this done, rightly or wrongly. Why did it take someone to die in my life for me to consider happiness or possibilities of life? And why is it we hear of people who are diagnosed with an illness or are involved in a car accident, and if they're lucky enough to survive, they bounce out of bed and they climb a mountain, write a book, propose, have kids, whatever it might be? What is the commonality with these people who start achieving things that are very reflective of their personalities? I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the idea is permission. They give themselves permission to consider what's important to them. And then once they've identified what's important to them, they make a very simple choice.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
And excited.
That's all right, don't make you less nervous.
Oh, okay, good. So it's about midnight. I've done 2 shows tonight for Cirque du Soleil. And I've been near naked, I've been a boxer, I've been introduced to an orgy, and thank you very much. This man was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So for me, that's number 48, act in a play with Cirque du Soleil. Tick.
Check. 48.
Thank you.
I want to be at the 69.
It's just ridiculous.
Thanks. Thank you, obviously thank you Roman, thank you Jerry, thank you Jordan. I never in my life did I think I'd be stuck in between 2 blokes in an orgy, but there you go. The world's an amazing place, and I think the question that prompts it all is simply what's on your list. Please consider that. The question could change your own life, and I think it could change the life of those around you. Thank you.